Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. This is the match review for Edinburgh versus the Bulls, and I think what we've just witnessed there is a bit of a helter-skelter finish to a rather frenetic game. Um, One you'd think is kind of marred by ill discipline, especially from the Bulls, um, in terms of tackles and the other elements. Um, a game that started quite strongly for the Bulls and were in the lead at halftime. Yes, they were winning 13-11 at halftime. But almost immediately in that second half, Currie gets a red card. Then they compound it by getting a yellow card for Hanekom. Then they concede a try immediately, and from then on, it was just a very difficult fight back, a very difficult ask for the Bulls. But that being said, obviously Edinburgh sadly stole the bonus. Well, I say sadly, I'm not a Bulls supporter, so not sadly for me, but sadly for the Bulls, they lost their bonus point through the boot of Healy. Um, Once again off the poles and over twice from I think it was twice from Hurston and twice from Healy actually, although only one of Healy's went over, um, which feels like a bit of a cruelty considering the Bulls had so many players off the field for so long, such a long time of the game, to get themselves within a position where they could have won. Um, but considering all of that, I don't think the Bulls will be disappointed in the way they played, considering all of those uh, hindrances, the negative elements of yellow cards, red cards. Um, Edinburgh, on the other hand, they they look good, but they couldn't put it together for long periods of play, and that's why there wasn't a blowout, there wasn't excessively high scoring. They had moments of brilliance. I think Bennett and Lang in the centres played quite well together, and in the build up to one of their tries, I think it was the try for who scored in the corner? I can't even remember. Um, but anyway, in the build up to that try, the centres certainly linked well. I think both teams they have the ability to push far into this competition. The Bulls certainly have the ability to win it, and Edinburgh on their day do too. Um, and I think there are a couple of players that we didn't really get to see playing to their best. Hurston, I would say, didn't have a bad game. He just didn't do anything really. Um, Whereas I was quite impressed by Peterson when he was actually in possession. He made a few good runs despite his yellow card at the end. I think Lowe, who scored a try, played very well. He was really good. And on Edinburgh's side, Boyle, who got man of the match, was brilliant. He was class. And so was Ritchie, despite a few penalties. Mata was great, despite the yellow card. Um, and Ashman and Cherry both stood up hugely. Cherry potentially saved Edinburgh from conceding a try with his track back pickup of the ball. But other than that, all a kind of a disjointed game, but not unpleasant to watch, and not too bad to commentate on either. I would say the Bulls will need to start Van der Vault in the next game. He was good. He was pretty good when he came on for Hussen, and certainly one to watch out for. But again, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all of our happenings, shall we say. Check out our sponsors, BitDefender and BOYLESPORTS, and I will see you for the next stream, probably next weekend. Peace.